It is time for another planche session. This is going to be my first real planche workout after my sickness where I fully go all in. So we are going to start off with some combinations in the beginning. That's going to be like one arm, it's going to be one arm flag, down to planche, archer push-up, hold, stuff like that. I think you're really going to enjoy that, and me of course as well. And then after that we're moving on to some Maltese hold. Depending on how I feel today, we might actually start off with some bodyweight Maltese hold, so you're really going to see the real deal and not just with some, rubber bands. So that is the plan. We're then going to get some more volume in for the Maltese as well, a few more just holds with band as well to increase the time and attention. And then finally we are going to do some more isolation work for planche press and then also for planche push-up to increase the volume. And that's basically the full plan. So let's jump straight to the combos. Overall, I'm definitely feeling pretty fresh. However, after I did my freestyle session, I'm really feeling the scapula. That's one of the things when you're being sick, like even if it's just for 1 week, when you come back, you really start to feel like which muscle groups are you really hardcore targeting. And after a lot of front lever, after a lot of planche, it's mainly the scapula actually. The protraction and just doing this, I feel a bit stiff. But besides of that, I'm feeling very recovered. So I do think we're gonna be able to perform at a pretty good level in that sense. So when you're sick, don't over-exaggerate with like, oh, I'm losing so much progress. I mean, at the end of the day, 1 week of rest, as long as you have the diet good, maybe even do some activations with just resistance bands. And at that point, it's basically just like a deload week. You come back a bit harsh in the beginning, but fully recovered, which at the end of the day is pretty nice from time to time. Not that it's good to be sick, but it's not the worst thing that can happen to you. Cheers, let's pop a Celsius and then get straight to the first combo. Good shit. A little bit off with the one arm. This is just me, like if anyone does also one arm handstand. First one arm handstand, it's just like always a just small little like pop in the elbow. It's super weird, not painful at all. It's just almost like as soon as I get that all pretty much full body weight onto my elbow, it's like boop, like someone cracks their finger. Just basic routine, always happen. I don't know if I'm the only one. It's definitely not painful at all, so it's not something I bother, but yeah, just happens. Let's increase the difficulty of the exercise. We are gonna incorporate a planche press up then to one arm, and then from there we're gonna do down to a planche, and then from there we do the archer push-up. I think it can look pretty right if I manage to fully fulfill it. Definitely a bit harder, especially the archer push-up. But pretty right. Maybe a solid start as well, depending on how my hip looked for the press. But yeah, let's check it out. Looked pretty good. Only thing I saw was that I might do a slight bend in my arm, and to be honest, it's mainly unconsciously. So I'm of course thinking about having locked arms, but probably not enough because it looks like it's a small bend. Sometimes it's hard to see on the angles, but it for sure looks like it is a mechanical bend here. So that's what I'm gonna try to fix now with the press. Besides that, let's try roughly the same thing. And then after this one, we might switch it up and add another element as well. Something, the Victorian wasn't improvised, but the rest felt better. Still a small bend I think at the top there for the handstand, but hopefully the planche press was at least better than the previous one. That one was definitely a bit better. Let's do one more, but incorporate the one arm flag as well. See if I still got that one. Pretty alright. Definitely feeling a little bit rusty with the one arm flag. Just grabbed a solid amount of rest. We are gonna do straight bar Maltese, no assistance. I promise you in the beginning, and you know, I'm gonna live up to what I say. So let's freaking shoot. I wouldn't say I'm a lightweight, but I'm definitely lighter than I used to be. I'm down at 85 kg now, so by far the lightest I've been in probably a year since last competition. Let's hype up and get this hold. We're going for the German hard style. A bit weird, but good drop. A bit worse than I would prefer to be. I'm gonna have a look. Mainly feel actually the fingers, which is weird. Might be just that I'm unused to it now since I haven't done it. But let's do one more set. Want revenge. Am I the only one who gives like a dare to myself when I'm performing bad? So I can basically be for myself like before the set, like if I don't hold this for 4 seconds, I'm definitely losing the competition. Sometimes I do that for myself, and it's like this small motivation to just be a bit better. Because sometimes the gratification of, you know, oh, it's a nice hold, it's not enough motivation for you to really perform well. It's actually, you know, it's shown in studies that it's more motivating to be afraid of something, or if I don't do this, this is gonna happen. That is sort of a more motivational factor. So yeah, maybe I'm the only one who does that shit. But yeah, if I don't hold this 4 seconds, I'm definitely gonna lose the competition. Let's go. Maybe 4 seconds, so at least on the mark. I really hope, because otherwise I'm fucked for competition. The holding time might have been long enough, but the form was still pretty damn shit, and my legs are very much pointing downwards. To be honest, it didn't feel like I was doing it in the hold, so I think it's just mainly that I'm so unused to the Maltese now, since I, you know, from the sickness and everything, I haven't done it in a few weeks, which is bad. But we're coming back to it. We're gonna add more volume in today's session as well, so that I'd be more used into the actual engagement and positioning. Also remember that if you're looking for a set of parallettes, whether it's metal or wooden ones, Coordination will definitely have your back. Whether you want to put them in the gym, like I'm doing, so everyone can use them, or of course if you just want to have them at home, which I fully understand. You definitely get a bit more used if they are in the local gym. But if a set of parallettes is what you're missing in your workouts, then definitely check the link above and use code Simon for 10% off. My normal setup for Maltese training with band is occupied, so I'm gonna be very creative and utilize my static bar and see if that, you know, can help me out here to use the bands. I might need the thick one though for this setup. So I'm thinking we put the static bar somewhere like here, and then the band here, and then boom, some help. Hopefully it's enough. You might know this or you might not, but I actually have a bachelor degree in mechanical engineering. And this is basically me using all my brain power that I've been taught for over 3 years just to come up with this setup. So hopefully it's gonna work pretty right. Otherwise I would say education is a scam. Definitely heavy. Not so much help unless you get down here, and then it's a lot of help. So not the most optimal setup, but definitely better than just skipping it completely. It was definitely a lot better than my normal holds without the band, but I still have the lower back, and that's a common problem also in planche, to like in general now, not only for myself, but to really get the lower back engaged and get legs up. It feels like we have that engagement, our body's straight, but to be honest, it's almost always where we can exaggerate that lower back contraction and really elevate the legs high enough. So if this is not clean, I'm once again gonna lose the competition. That has to be better. Otherwise I'm quitting calisthenics, because that was definitely all I got for the lower back. All right, we are done with the static holds, and now we're moving over to the more dynamic motions. We are starting off with full planche press, and then we're also going to combine it with pretty much like supersets for the half leg press, since I can't do that many yet for the full planche variation. Let's get straight to it. I'm thinking about 2 to 3 sets, and then after that we're doing some push-ups and maybe some physique shots after that as well, to be honest, if the nice like lighting room isn't occupied. very freaking tired at this point. Definitely sticking to the 2 sets for today. I think the other sets we did definitely drained me a bit too much. But yeah, could be worse. Could definitely be much worse. 2 reps would be nice. Wow. I think we're done with the presses for today. Not the strongest day for that particular part, but yeah, overall pretty alright for being pretty much first sessions back after the sickness. So let's move on. 2 sets of push-ups, definitely high volume on them, probably even more than here on the presses. Snyggt. Klarar du handstand push-up också? Mm. Har du provat handstand push-up?
Handstand push-up?
Ja. Push-ups, planche push-ups. Du får kolla på tårna.
Bra.
Bättre med tårna.
Ja. Mycket bättre. Om du tänker på fötterna, det blir mycket lättare.
Snyggt. Lätt ju. Ja, det är bra. Verkligen. Flyger upp. Previous set was freaking good. Let's try to mimic it. Mimic it. Feels like it's a pretty good ending for this session. I haven't had the most explosive workout, but overall though, pretty alright performance. And as I mentioned earlier, I am a little bit stiff in scapula, which I would tend to say is one of the more crucial parts in planche. So as soon as I start to lose that one, easy to become a dead planche, which is just really heavy on shoulders and everything else, and the body just gets drained, so yeah. Alrighty, time for some flexing. I definitely have been shredding down even further than probably last time you have ever seen me. And this is the leanest I have ever been. Definitely a lot more definition on biceps, triceps in general as well, and the core as well. Pretty crazy. So 85 kg. I peaked at 93. I know I said this a few times, but I think it's good for reference just to know how much weight I can actually lose. So yeah, I am definitely starting to get into peak form, and that is exactly what I would want to have for competition. Whew. Not a lot of flexing. I am definitely not a bodybuilder, so I don't really know how to flex, but gives you good reference, and of course a small ego boost for myself as well to keep myself motivated despite being on a deficit, which overall is pretty boring in my opinion. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video and want to continue to follow my journey all the way until competition, feel free to subscribe and like the video for the support. Ciao, ciao.